DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
And so this is Krampus, comes out of the blue. And for no good reason, it's hunting down you. And so this is Krampus, I hope you have fun hearing jingle bells as he rips out your lungs. And have a very merry Krampus if you're close to a win. He'll lead up your ammo, your point streak will end. And so this is Krampus, and yes, and then guard. If you don't play the objective, it takes you out hard. And yes, this is Krampus.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody?
How's the good old fam doing this morning, everybody?
I already fucked up. I did not press the fucking button. Squilini, thank you. Yes. I fucking missed it. What's going on, guys? Oh, okay. Voice mod deleted all my sound stuff. What's going on, everybody?
How you doing? How was your week?
Been one hot, wild week.
Yeah,
that's for
damn sure. There we go. Oh man, it was a very wild week. I'll get into that in the final thought, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the final thought because
that's an interesting path to freaking kind of slide down this week. That's okay.
Yeah, you know. But hey,
we're going there. Got it.
it's the holidays. We're here having a good time. You got your ugly sweater. Mine's not here yet. But, you know, you got my Christmas hat. I don't know where the hell my Christmas hat is, but I'll tell you what does have a Christmas hat.
What's that?
My microphone.
Okay, all right.
For the low price of $99.99, I'll shave Merry Christmas into my fucking chest hair and just wear that as my ugly sweater.
I bet you won't do it. No balls.
Next week, fucking try me.
Manchester.
It's gonna happen.
Do it. Bet he won't do it. Bet you won't do it. Bet you won't swing on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to put a poll up and use the Discord betting app in order for this to go down because this is. Oh no, he's about to get the razor right now and do it.
Joe, is it possible to like install like a stripper pole in your place and like could we have you with like Merry Christmas like shaking your chest like twirling around a pole, dude?
And then fucking Christmas lights fucking wrapped around the stripper pole with me twirling around that bitch. You gotta buy me dinner first, Jay.
Okay? So you're not a cheap date then, huh? All right, not that easy. All right, I gotta work for it. I gotta work for it. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
That's okay. Work. Do a twirl. What's your... I forgot the rest of the words, but yeah.
You know what song you're singing.
Yeah, hey, but you know, as far as this week, first off, I need to retcon something.
Okay.
Last week, I was praising 1899, saying to watch it in German, right? Okay. Guys, German is not the original language to watch 1899 in. And I learned this by watching the behind the scenes of how they made it. They filmed... Remember how I said last week how they filmed it with everyone their native tongue?
In their native languages, yeah.
And I said what would be really cool if they released that edit. Well, that's the original edit of the show. I watched the whole fucking thing in German. my wife and I, and we completely just like we're just like, oh well, we could have watched it in its original.
You experienced 1899 in a blackout, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. I got you.
So
It happens.
Great show though. It's still I'm bumping it up to a 9 out of 10 now. But yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, we got some new stuff here. We got the new command center. My camera zoomed in so you can't see the whole thing, but we got the whole like. Look at this. I could.
No. We can see the whole thing, John.
Like I could just like.
You look comfy, John. You look comfy. I like your method of dress. You know, the uniform you got on this morning. It's looking pretty tight. You know what I mean? It looks very comfortable.
Yes,
very
sir.
very dad. Very dad. Very dad of you.
Oh yeah, look, he pulled it up. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, oh dude, dad vibes. It's Christmas season, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
this is the whole setup, and shout out to the Major League Baseball, for the parking sign. But yeah, we got the whole U desk going on. Actually, Squilini sent me a desk that I almost got, but then I opted for this one. My wife, I told her, I was like, she was like, why don't you just get an L desk? And I was just like, can I just get a U desk? She was like, well, fuck it, why not? Just go for it. And here we are.
Isn't that just two fucking L desks slid together?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, that's what I fucking have.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's perfect. Literally. So I was gonna say I don't want to be the center of attention here.
Oh, not at all.
So what's really cool is that now I have the space for my keyboard, my Apple laptop, my Oculus, all this awesome stuff now that it's just comfortable. So this desk itself, it's carbon fiber, which is a lie. It's carbon fiber sticker with wood inside. Cork wood.
It's not even real wood. It's fucking particle board inside of a carbon fiber wrap.
Yeah,
It's basically the Twinkie
of gaming desks. Yeah,
It's some Chinese bullshit where in order to get it down to only $90 for the desk, they used particle board, which is literally just fucking wood shavings from the damn fucking sawmill, glued together. Pressed down,
and they put
then wrapped it in a carbon fiber-esque sticker.
Yep.
It's not even real carbon fiber.
So it's actually kind of hilarious, but the aesthetic is nice. It's light. It's holding all my stuff so far. It's
John,
got these.
If you were to do a test on that gaming table, would it pass the Bills Mafia test?
No.
No. So you could powerbomb somebody through that and it would break.
Yeah. It would break into pieces. I mean, you would definitely get stabbed at one point, depending on where you get thrown through the table. You're definitely gonna you're gonna get punctured, but yeah. But
not only is the desk like a little bit of a knockoff, but the Bills Mafia, it might actually be fatal to them.
Yeah.
By flying through it.
Yep. And I also need to tell you, last night, I'm so sorry. I put the game on and I fell asleep at the desk.
It looks comfy.
I fell asleep at the desk. We were gonna rock some DMZ. I have to talk about something that's very interesting though. Just a real quick nukes. You could get a nuke in Warzone if you win 5 games and pick up the particles for whatever. But it's still pretty good. I didn't even get to do that this week. I'm trying to think what else did I do this week that was pretty cool.
Santa behind you on the desk?
Yeah.
Is that a nutcracker?
Yeah, it's Latin Santa.
That ass, dude.
Yeah, Puerto Rican Santa, bro.
That's what's up.
This is my homie right here. Yeah, we got to get into the spirit, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christmas, guys. All right. We started doing our Christmas shop, and it's gonna be a great Christmas for everybody. Actually, gonna hang out with our DD214 silent partner, Joe Perazzi, next week. We're gonna go on. Me and my wife are going on a nice little double date with him and his partner. We're going to the city to check that out. So we're pretty excited. We're very excited for that. And Christmas in New York, there's nothing better. But with the way that the weather's going, it'll probably be like 76 degrees Christmas in New York. So,
right.
Which is extremely fucking weird. Global warming, people. It's real.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real
when
thing.
it's colder in North Carolina than it is in fucking New York, we have a fucking problem.
We got a fucking problem. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's been a thing for like, I don't know, 30, 40 years.
Yep, and the last thing I got some bad news for you guys.
What's that?
Daddy's not drinking no more G Fuel anymore.
What happened? Did it stop turning the trick for you?
Stop turning the trick. It almost stopped my goddamn heart.
Worked too well.
Yeah.
How much fucking G Fuel were you fucking drinking?
Yeah, dude.
I drank half a can.
What?
I drank half a can. I was playing, and I was playing.
You know, you
on
might
my
need to go to a
stream.
doctor.
I was on my stream, and I started drinking the G Fuel, right? And all of a sudden, my heart started pounding. My
Collar got.
dude, collar got sweaty. I took off my sweater midstream, and then I told Aggie, I was like, bro, I gotta go. And he was like, you good? I was like, not really. I gotta go. I'll see you later. 6 hours later, I come back on, and everyone's like, yo, what happened? I'm like, G Fuel, baby. G Fuel.
Fuck that. It sounds like a drug.
Yeah, so that's not happening anymore. So
Hey, where can you buy this G Fuel, John?
you can buy that at Walmart. You can buy it at gas stations. You can buy it online. They have some really good flavors.
Best flavor
is one of them
Tropical Rain.
Tropical Rain?
Yeah, it's
Tropical Rain. It's like that's code for crack, ladies and gentlemen. That's street slang for crack. Just
Now, see, here's the thing. I just dry scoop the shit. I take a scoop of the powder, just down the hatch.
Wait, you
look at him. Of course he does.
Like a soy boy?
He ain't fucking around. Joe doesn't play.
So wait a minute. You just you chew on it?
I've got bottles of cold water in the fucking fridge. I take a full scoop in the mouth, swallow, and then chase with some water.
So is that
Joe has like 3 heart attacks a day, dude. He eats this shit for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like
and a big
now,
shout out.
anytime I do dry scoop it, because you're taking it in a little bit quicker, the caffeine, because per scoop there's like 300 milligrams of caffeine.
God damn it, dude.
And I do about 3 scoops a day. And my heart rate never goes above 84 beats per minute resting.
Oh fuck, that's fucking awesome, Joe.
Can you imagine?
You're my boy.
Do you remember back in the day when the little candy sticks that you would dip into the fucking powder? I could see Joe Squilini. Yeah, the fun dip.
I never dipped the stick in the powder. I just took the powder and then ate the fucking candy stick.
Joe was the kid in 6th grade. Like,
I grew up in the generation of snorting
pixie
fucking
sticks?
pixie stick.
Yeah,
like
every kid did.
Like every fucking kid
Literally,
did.
every
I mean,
kid.
like I remember the first time I did it. Whoa, did my camera just?
Nope.
Squilini's camera just shut. My bad. He's scared. I thought my camera shut off. Like, I remember the first time I snorted a pixie stick, I was like, "Whoa, is this what cocaine is like?" And then I realized that it's nothing the same.
That's not even. Yeah.
It's not even close. Kids don't do cocaine.
Yeah.
DD214 does not endorse the use of illegal drugs, unless your state prohibits it,
or legal drugs for that matter. We just don't condone it at all. Now, whether or not we take our own advice, that's none of your business, sir, ma'am. Okay. So
yeah, we're here to give you advice, not take our own.
Yeah, cocaine is bad. Okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. So what did you? So shout out to James C. Burns with the song "This Is Krampus."
That was fucking badass. That was good.
Okay.
I like that.
And if you guys noticed, so every image in there was an AI image that I made, and I made us.
Did you?
I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah, I wasn't too enthusiastic about my image.
Yeah, I was enthusiastic about mine, and I'm sure Jay wouldn't have liked his either because he looks like a.
He looked like a fucking Simpsons character if they actually colored the characters correctly.
You know what his AI image looked like? His AI image looked like that.
Can you put that up? I want to see that.
You want to see it?
Well, based on that description, now I have to.
So Jay's he looks like a 1990 sitcom dad.
Oh, great! That sounds. Yeah, that's pretty astute, John. Yeah, like the fucking.
You see the jacket you're wearing?
Yeah, like the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, like yeah.
So this
Fucking
picture
Beverly
is actually a picture that I recreated of you. It's a recreation of an actual photo of you.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Pull mine up real quick.
That's creepy as fuck.
Just got to show Jay all of them, John.
Yeah, you might as well. I want to see what it did to you guys too. That wasn't what in the Simpsons character, right? Simpsons character. Yeah, I could see that. I'm digging the fucking tall boy.
The tall boy is great, and that's a picture of that.
That's not even a fucking tall boy. That's like
It's a
an
bang.
extra tall boy.
Yeah, and then
That's
mine,
like a pony cake. You know what I mean? Like,
and then there's mine.
look at you, all freaking studious looking and shit. Like that.
Hey.
Studious looking and anorexic at the same
That's like-
time.
Dude, that's the
Yeah.
that's the dude that's the dude. Tim Burton. He does kind of look like Tim. That's like that's a
Good
funny-
old-
That
good
would be
old-
a Tim Burton character.
That's like
Good
the
old
guy.
Timmy B.
That's the guy that's on like year 8 of like near starvation because he's going for his PhD and he's about to get it fucking like this fucking holiday season. You know what I mean? That's the dude that's about to graduate with a PhD like after 8 years of just like getting face fucked by like the university in the world. You know what I mean? Like also doing blow with strange people at like 3:00 in the morning in the downtown area of like some random like college town. You know what I mean? Like it gets sketchy, dude. Getting your PhD, it gets really sketchy. Like, yeah.
Between the army and fucking getting my damn master's degree, why do you think I fucking look so bad?
Pull yours up again, John. Almost like it looks like this.
Are we still doing the fucking G Fuel dry scoops fucking comment there, John? Really?
I took it out.
You just
It
showed
said-
it again.
No, it said AI art is sketchy.
That's what I read.
I saw G Fuel fucking scoops by Joe.
Oh man, I don't know why that. See, now I gotta go back at the recording and see it.
That was like 3 minutes ago, bro. Like, how much of that G Fuel?
It just showed it now.
Yeah, but
When
if you
he put up
notice,
the AR art is sketchy. Y'all saw that. I saw G Fuel scoops by Joe. Might have been the fucking scoop of G Fuel I just did. I don't fucking know.
so somebody,
2 out of 3 of us didn't see a thing, dude. I think that's all you, bro.
so there was some also
Need to stop doing shrooms,
other
man.
parts like here's Combat Santa. Everybody loves Combat
That's
Santa.
dope. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Who's gonna run from Combat Santa? We got Christmas Battle Elves,
Nice. That's actually pretty good.
which looks like Hugo Weaving,
A little bit.
and we have Christmas Tank.
That's pretty dope. I dig that shit.
You know, so I figured, hey, look, it's Christmas. I want to do a
Speaking
little
of
AI
Christmas
art.
Tank,
Yeah. Oh yeah. What you got going on with Christmas? What do you guys have going on this week? Now this is the week of Christmas month.
So last night, well, past 2 nights, I've had my daughter this weekend. Last night we watched Elf, one of the all-time classics now. And then after that, we watched the first Santa Claus. That's why I'm bringing it up now, because of the combat tank. Because remember in the Santa Claus, after he fucking starts transforming into Santa, they're talking about fucking Santa riding down the fucking road in a goddamn tank for a toy commercial, and he flips the fuck out.
Oh shit, that's right.
So-
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that. Been watching, just trying to get into the holiday spirit. We put up our Christmas tree last night, our main one. This week I'm going to be actually this corner back here. I'm going to be putting a tree up in the office behind my setup.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be more basic. It's just going to be like fucking the tree with lights, maybe a couple ornaments.
Hey man,
But-
that's still festive as fuck, Joe. That's cool.
Something to put some festivity into the office that way. Since I literally live in the 4 walls of my office most of the time, so right before Thanksgiving, since I wasn't on the show last week to tell everybody, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I wake up in the morning doing my 3 S's minus the shave part. So I'm shitting and showering, not shaving because got to let the glorious beard grow out. And I'm going through work emails and shit because I always do that while I'm sitting on the toilet getting ready for work for God knows what reason. And I've got a message. I got an email from my boss. Well, he got promoted recently to the vice president of technical operations for our company, which made the service desk manager position open up. This message was, "Hey, Joe, we need to talk. You're the new service desk manager."
Fucking A.
So between the end of September, so October till fucking then, so what, 2 months, give or take? I have gone from being a contractor for my company to full-time to a team lead to now the service desk manager.
Jesus Christ, dude. Like that's badass, dude. Fucking congratulations.
And the best part for me is the team lead that I've had since I started here is so fucking pissed that I got that slot and he didn't.
Fucking
Because
workplace.
this guy only has 2 years. He's only got 2 years experience in IT. 1 year of it being a team lead with no proper fucking instruction on how to be a leader.
It's just not enough.
And you know, I've got my military experience as an NCO and a senior NCO, and then I've got my civilian professional career experience as a member of leadership and an IT tech. So, of course, when you're looking at Joe's got 14, 15 years of leadership experience plus tech experience compared to 2 years, it's a no-brainer type of situation. He doesn't understand that. And his reasoning for not understanding that is because our new manager is also ex-military. So he feels like our new manager is providing special treatment to those of us that are veterans on the team.
Favoritism.
It's
Which, I'm not sure if any of y'all have ever ran into a first sergeant. First sergeants don't play fucking favoritism.
no, it's fucking.
And my new boss, is an ex-first sergeant.
Yeah, it's who gets the job done. That's all. It comes down to.
Exactly. He based his decision off of experience and work ethic, and
correct.
that's it.
I mean, I've seen plenty of specialists and corporals as shoved into the position of fucking squad leader at different times, based on if there was a fucking FTX or a stick. If there was like a shitty sticks lane, and everything was just going fucking sideways, they would actually pull the NCOs out and make the fucking Joes do it.
Yeah,
you know,
I did it. I did it many a times in my day.
Yeah,
when
just so they would know, like, okay, if your squad leader goes down, your fucking team leader goes down, you're fucking up. And not only are you up, you're in charge of the fucking squad now. You know what I mean? Like, so you're basically jumping two positions, you know, and like when you say about like a first sergeant or in on the smaller levels, a platoon sergeant, it doesn't matter like really where you rank. You know what your rank is. It's are you getting the job done? That's it. It is fucking
because
I
mean
dollars to donuts. Like, are you getting the job done? Then you're up. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, because I mean, we had back in my day, we had in my last duty station, we had a fucking E5 as a damn platoon sergeant, with squad leaders being E6s and E7s.
Sure. Like,
but that's because the E5 got the job done better than those E6s and E7s.
And if you have people that are in some type of like UCMJ trouble or whatever, they might be forced out of positions of special responsibility and trust. You know what I mean? So It's like, so you might have to have my very first platoon sergeant in the infantry after I reclassed was a staff sergeant. And very briefly, prior to him being my platoon sergeant, he held the company's first sergeant position because they were still infilling. Like everybody was, the battalion was basically getting stood up, and none of the people were there yet. So like he was in a staff sergeant rank. He was in a first sergeant duty position for about 2 or 3 weeks at the very beginning, when there was nobody of rank there yet. Basically, if that makes sense.
When I made the poor choice of switching from active duty to reserve for the total of 3 months that lasted before I quickly got put back active because of how fucked up the reserves and all that shit is.
Right.
Our fucking company commander was a fucking butter bar.
Right. Yes. Same situation.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like fresh out of fucking OCS, brand new.
Holy
they
shit!
were still waiting.
Holy shit! Help me. You know?
Yeah, they were still waiting on a fucking actual captain to come in. They already had somebody coming in, but that person wasn't coming into the unit for another like 6 months or something.
Right. And
so the only person they had up for they had in line for this position, because all of our fucking officers were mainly just fresh out of college. But this specific butter bar was one that did the green to gold. And he was
Mustang,
one of our platoon sergeants before he went to OCS.
Yep, that makes sense.
So, of course, it's a dead give. Dude had combat experience, everything that makes a good leader he had, and he still had. He didn't let the rank get to his head. So they put him in the position as a, interim fucking CO, even though he was a fucking butter bar. To the extent of, we had platoon leaders that were fucking already O2s reporting to a fucking butter bar.
That's wild. That's fucking wild.
That's fucking Army.
It fucking happens. I mean, if you've got a position that needs to be filled, you're going to fucking use somebody that's qualified for the position versus taking somebody that's not.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily a permanent solution, but it can become permanent if somebody, if they spread their wings and fly, basically. So, and
he is one of my best friends still to this day, that lieutenant. Now he's a fucking full bird.
Oh, good for him. Fuck yeah.
He's busted his ass. Around the time I switched back out of the reserves and went to fucking back active, he switched to active duty. And we got stationed together at his first active duty post. And he's still in.
Good for him. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've got a couple of friends that have really, really stuck it out. And like in different branches, you know what I mean? It's not just the Army, obviously, but it's really fun to watch the ones that got in like maybe like a few years before you, and now it's like however long it's been since you've gotten out, and they're still in, and they're still trucking along, making rank, a little bit at a time. And next thing you know, your homie, like Joe says, your homie's a full bird. You're fucking, homegirl's a fucking sergeant major. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like eventually on a long enough timeline, if you stick it out, you try hard, you don't give the fuck up. When shit gets fucking sideways, your career will progress, and you will be recognized for it. I mean, it happens. Like I know some people slip through the cracks, and that does happen.
And that's the thing. He's the one.
That's not the
He's the one that convinced me to do green to gold. I had already had my fucking master's degree at this point when I switched over to the reserves. And once I got my orders to go back active duty, the unit we got stationed with was deploying. I got hurt and medically separated, but my OCS packet was already approved.
Cool.
Once I got back from that tour, I'd have been going to fucking OCS and becoming a butter bar my damn self.
Dude, it was really funny when I was at Fort Benning for ALC, because I was there for 45 days. Like we ate at the same DFAC as the fucking OCS fucking bitches, and so they're all like running up, having to be like get in formation, and then you got all the fucking idiot fucking like infantry and fucking armor, just knuckle draggers, sharing the same freaking chow hall. You know what I mean? And like they have to like they're strict on them. Like if you guys don't know what like officer candidate school's like it's
basic training 2.0.
Yeah, it's basic training 2.0, and it's a lot stricter. You know what I mean? Like we like us enlisted, we love to give the officers shit, but the reality is like a lot more responsibility is given to them. So when they're at the beginning stages of that progression, they get treated like rough as fuck. You know what I mean? And so it's like, so they're sitting here
Morning, Brian.
Two hands. Morning, Brian. How are you?
Yep. Morning, Brian.
Two hands on the tray, shuffling around, like like clearing a space and moving out of my way when I walk through them. You know what I mean? Like she just weird shit. And then of course, because, well, if you in the Army, you can see where somebody's been basically by their uniform.
Yeah.
And then you get like their eyes start bugging out because they're they're sharing a chow hall with all the grunts. So between cadre, students, and then like being combat arms between armor and infantry, these OCS candidates are just literally surrounded with just a bunch of like battle hardened motherfuckers, right? And I imagine that must have been something to really think about late at night for some of those candidates to become officers. You know, like when you're surrounded by people who've not only been there and done that, but like willingly and like had fun doing it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and you know, going back for seconds and thirds and fucking eighths, you know, some of these guys. And if you really wanted to go above and beyond in OCS, you know, those are the guys that try to get, you know, they try to like recruit to go to bat and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, cause you're right there. You're at the home, like Airborne's fucking there. You know what I mean? Like fucking Rangers are there. You know what I mean? Like all of it. It's like, that's, if you do OCS at Fort Benning, man, like the sky's the limit, but you'll be surrounded with, before you go.
There's a whole lot of whore going on up in that DFAC then.
Yeah, that DFAC was wild, dude. Like that's,
yeah.
Dude, you know what? Nikki's like boring. Dude, you know what DFAC I fucking hated when I was at Benning? Out of all of them, bored. The fucking Airborne DFAC, dude. I couldn't wear my hat inside. Oh, it pissed me the fuck off, dude. Like they made me take my hat off. I was like, you fucking assholes, dude. Like this is not like fucking. But there was a bunch of people there from Airborne, you know, and in Airborne school, and I had to eat at the Airborne DFAC one night, and it was. Yeah, they had standards at that DFAC, and I wasn't a big fan of standards when I was on like a 45-day vacation. You know, I was just eating chow so I could like drink my freaking like 6-pack of fucking Yingling. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
yeah. I mean, and that's the big thing that I, you know, being through those schools myself and shit. Like it's just you go back to do these. Like you said, it's a 45-day vacation for us that have already been through all our training. We're just going back for some kind of fucking random ass school that might be necessary for a promotion or God knows what. And we're on vacation.
But it was, I did. You know, I think we talked about it last week. I took it very seriously, but that was like it was day and night. So like daytime, I did my job, took everything seriously. Nighttime, I relaxed a lot because I hadn't had 45 days to just do anything like for years at that point, literal years. Like my whole career, the only time we had a life was when we went to those schools and we had class was during the day. After class, it was our time. We didn't have to fucking worry about jack shit. Yep. Class was over at, 1700 or whatever. And then we'd go on and, go do whatever the fuck we wanted for the rest of the evening. Yeah. Where when you're, at your duty station, even when you're off, you're technically not off. That's how there was four of us that kind of clicked up and at ALC, and we had this place we called the Eagle's Nest because two students in the same room. It was on the top floor, and two students from the same room got dropped from the school. So they were gone. And it was this back corner room. And it was one of the biggest rooms. And we kind of commandeered it. And me and my boys would hang out there almost every single night for the duration. We watched movies there. We drank together in there. That was just the place where we congregated. And other students in that school did the same. But it was there was four of us. We called ourselves the drinking team of that ALC class. You know what I mean? And that's how me and that Wayner was one of them, John. That was Wayner. Wayner was on the drinking team. Was Aggie the other one? No. But I think Aguilar. That's how I know Aguilar. He was an audience member. We were all dude. Dude, that was a wild time. That was a wild time, man. I got stories of that. You know what's funny? Every time I talk to Brandon and Aggie, they don't talk about what happened at ALC. So I am really starting to think that some really fucked up shit happened at ALC. No, it wasn't. Well, I mean, if they went to ALC with Jay, then yeah, some really fucked up shit happened at ALC. Jay was involved. That part, yes. They had to spend 45 days fucking locked in a room with me. So yes, that would drive anybody batshit. I get it. Hashtag God bless my family for fucking still loving me somehow, right? But no, it wasn't that anything like really bad happened. It was like everybody was kind of on the same boat. You had your 10%, you had your 10% high speeds, right? This is like every metric ever. 10% high speeds. You had like the middle 80% of people who were there to like get the job done, get their 1059, that they graduated, advanced leadership course and go the fuck home, and you had your bottom 10 that were basically either washouts or didn't make the cut or they had to get medically dropped or whatever happened, they didn't make it. And that middle 80%, it was very easy to be in that kind of in that middle 80%.
Good old Fortitude.
Like it's one of those things where it's like me and Joe were saying. It was daytime. I took the study seriously. I studied for tests the night before. But when I would study the night before, it was me with the drinking team in the Eagle's Nest studying with beer, and flashcards and stuff. You know what I mean? Like shit like that, where we were like, when we had like machine gun theory class, which yes, kids, if you've never heard of this, there's a thing called machine gun theory. You should look it up. It's really, really cool stuff. It'll help you out in DMZ.
Don't get that mixed up with Machine Gun Kelly, guys.
Not Machine Gun Kelly. Machine gun theory. Machine gun theory. There's a whole art. There's a whole art and science behind machine gunning. Believe it or not, and that's what you learn about in the infantry. Machine guns.
That's right. Now, guys, I love the past stories. The past stories are great, but I want to know what happened in your 162.
My 160.
168, you mean?
68? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're off by 6 hours there, John.
Yeah. Oh, that was when he was blacking out. Freaking. That was blacking out. Or what were we talking about? I said that you.
Today's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. That's fucked up.
Yep.
Listen, I built a whole command center. All right, I had the right to fall asleep.
That was just 4 hours yesterday. The 6 hours you're missing from the week was when you fucking drank half a can of G Fuel and about had a fucking heart attack.
The fucking G Fuel. Yeah, there you go.
Listen, I did find a new drink that I like. All right.
Please tell me it doesn't have fucking caffeine in it, because you need to stop with caffeine until you go to the fucking doctor, bro.
So I'm obsessed with firecrackers. Like little firecracker ice pops.
Like
so she got me no, not like real firecrackers, like like the little ice pops. The red, white, and blue ones. So my wife got me the Smirnoff. So my wife got me the Smirnoff red, white, and berry. But here's the thing. It is really good. Now I know what berry tastes like, but I never served in the Marine, so I don't know what red and white tastes like. I'm just saying, but it was really good. But yeah, what's 68? What happened in your 168? My bad.
Oh, well, it was a very productive week. It was a very good week. Probably one of the best weeks I've had in quite some time. So yeah.
That's what we love to hear.
Yeah, well, it was I was very busy. I was very busy at the start of the week, and then moving into like the middle part, because there were things that I needed to get done and or accomplished by X time or day, whatever, kind of in order. And then and it was to prepare for my beautiful girlfriend Nikki to come home, and so I had a couple things to But yeah, I had a couple things to get done, and I got everything done, and then she was released from the hospital on Thursday, and then she went and stayed the night at her parents' house. And so on Friday, after the girls went to school, my daughters that is, I drove up to her parents' house and picked her up, and she was reunited with our dogs, her dogs, and they're our dogs, but she had her dogs before she knew me, so. And so that was really fucking cool. And then we came home, and these last 2 days since Friday, me and her and the girls have basically just been chilling the fuck out and kind of winding down and just reacclimating to being whole as a family again. So that has been very, very nice, and it was wonderful. And yeah, and that's
Perfect
actually
time.
well, that's how I ended up having a movie review for you. You know what I mean? So I got a movie review because we went and saw a movie last night. When Nikki came home on Friday, we went to a place called Longhorn Steakhouse. I don't know if I don't know how widespread that chain
We got
is.
them out here. Yeah, we got them out
Okay,
here.
it's we like them, and they actually, for fuck's sake, they actually cook their steaks well. At least at the one we go to.
Thank fucking God.
Dude, I get pissed off, man, because I'll ask a motherfucker for medium rare, right? I know what medium rare motherfucking looks like, and it's either under or overcooked almost every time. Like at some of the more chainy restaurants, you know what I mean? Like you try to order steak, and if you fuck up medium rare, dude, like I'm gonna know. I'm just gonna fucking know, and I'm fucking sick of that shit. Never had a problem. Never had a problem. Never once had a problem at Longhorn Steakhouse. So anyways, we went out. We had a very nice dinner there on Friday night after Nikki got home, and then last night, being Saturday, we went out to a movie. We saw a movie. Yeah, there it is, dude. You want to pull that? Can you pull that all the way up, or is that as much as it can go? Yeah, we went and saw. Dude, yeah, check this fucking shit out. We went and saw fucking
restream.
We went out and saw Violent Night, dude. All right, this is like so the guy that plays Hopper in goddamn Stranger Things.
I like it,
dude. The whole concept.
Good old David Harbour.
The whole concept of this movie is amazing to me. Okay, so what we have here is a very lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek, okay, silly movie. Okay, it does happen to be rated R. We'll get into that in a minute. And yes, I took my kids to see it, so we'll talk about that in a minute too. Okay, it's a very lighthearted, and it's a very tongue-in-cheek, kind of like half parody, half serious take on fucking Christmas and Santa Claus, right? And the nature of those things, right? So you have this story of a Santa. Santa is just burned the fuck out. Okay, we catch him fucking drinking in some of the opening scenes in a fucking bar. Okay. He's like drunk driving the fucking sleigh, puking over the side, just like basically like fucking hobo, like he's just like Santa's turning into a fucking hobo. He's losing his hope and his faith in humanity. He's losing his Christmas cheer. Okay. So enter fucking like these rich assholes, and it's like Christmas time at rich assholes place. Right. And you have like part of the family is like, the mom and the dad are kind of like divorcing or divorced. And they're spending Christmas with their daughter together, and the dad is the son of like some rich lady who's like a corporate whatever the fuck, and that guy's sister and her family are just a bunch of fucking weirdo, like self-absorbed, vapid, pieces of shit basically, right? The whole family like is expected to like suck up to grandma basically, right? Long story short. Bunch of people come in, take all of them hostage. This little girl freaking was like crying out to Santa, and at this point, Santa's been in a couple of fights. Okay, he kind of fucking crash landed at this house and got stuck there when the shit went down. Okay, and I don't know if you guys are like fans of Cypress Hill. Okay, but there's a song called "When the Shit Goes Down." Okay, when the shit goes down, you better be ready. Santa's fucking ready. All right. Okay, there's a little fucking what's that guy M. Night
Shyamalan.
Okay, like,
or as I like to refer to M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
There you go. Like, there's a little bit of a twist as far as like the origins of Santa. So like it was like, and it was a really fun watch. Okay, here's so for those of you that are asking questions,
Crazy Ace.
Yes, I took my kids to see this. Yes, it's rated R. Here's what it's rated R for.
Happy Sunday, brother.
I knew exactly what this was. I knew exactly what it was going to be rated R for, and I was correct. So, it's rated R for basically for language and a couple of scenes of like violence with a little bit of gore. We're talking like people getting blown up. Santa Claus has to give himself. I think the worst thing I saw was Santa Claus has to give himself stitches, and they showed a little bit of the wound. Okay, that's probably about as gory as it got. Other than that, it was mindless, sledgehammer violence and fucking guns, like shit you see on the fucking evening news. Okay, so if your kids have heard the F-bomb and they know what that word is and not to say it, you can basically, and if they see what basically amounts to regular violence on the TV already, you can take them to see Violent Night. It was fucking fun. It was warm. It was warm-hearted at times, because ultimately Santa's like trying to get his mojo back. This, all the adults don't believe in fucking Santa Claus anymore, but the fucking kid still believes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they like A+, dude. All right, fucking Violent Night on the fucking 10-inch scale. Jay's giving it fucking 8.5. Solid, throbby, veiny, merry, holiday-filled, fucking like goddamn inches in this one. Okay,
You said 8?
8.5.
8.5.
8.5, man. This one's gonna fucking. It's good. This one beat your guts up a little bit. Okay, you gotta fucking. I hope you came with lube because this was a fun movie. Okay, it was a fun movie, just fun to watch. Don't if you don't take it too seriously, it's that's exactly. I knew exactly what that movie was gonna be, and it was. They really hit the mark. By the way, I also saw a fucking preview. Dude, see. Oh my fucking god! They literally made a movie called Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yo!
Yes, I was actually going to touch on that here in a little bit.
I want. Okay,
because the trailer for that came out this week.
Okay, are we segueing then? Are we segueing?
We're going to segue at this point because
Okay.
we
We need
fucking open that goddamn door.
Are we allowed to show previews? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I saw the preview and I was like, that was probably the worst part. Of
Yeah, pull the preview up without sound.
Was that goddamn preview? That goddamn preview was the worst part. It wasn't the movie. It was that my kids had to watch a preview of a movie with a bear going apeshit on cocaine. Okay.
Hold up, because we need to talk about this movie real quick.
Happened. This is like
Brendan Cleary, what's going on, man?
This shit actually happened. Like this is.
Yeah, it's a true story. It's a true story. That is the craziest part. Like,
don't give large apex predators lots of cocaine, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, like when I saw this first, when I heard about this movie, it's being Ray Liotta is in it. It's being filmed by Elizabeth Banks, who she's made some great movies already. But just like, first off, when I heard the concept of the movie, I was like, awesome. But then when I heard there was a true story, I was like, no fucking way. Like, it can't be.
Did you look
it up? I looked up the whole story. I mean, obviously, the movie has its Hollywood exaggerations, as it should.
Brandon Cleary popping in with what was that character on Blue Mountain State? Thad. He's like, I love cocaine, because he's all like, he's in the head coach's office crying and shit because he like got popped on a drug test or something, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I was swayed by people who like were like harassing me, and then like it shows him and he's just like, I love cocaine. And, like goes face down in like a mountain of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I never want to do cocaine.
Yeah, that was my god, dude. My youngest daughter, like she looked over at Nikki and was like, I don't ever want to. I was like,
yeah, good.
Right,
and isn't it crazy how a movie trailer gave her that perspective? Like, so
that was no shit. That was the worst part of like what we saw last night, because everything else was pretty tame. By
play the trailer.
With you, I'm gonna go watch this fucking movie just because it's already piqued my damn interest.
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's a killer bear on cocaine. The concept, the whole fact that this thing happened in real life is just beyond me. And the movie itself, it's going to win Oscars. It's going to be movie of the year. I don't care what anybody says. They need to move it up. They need to move it up a month so that they could get consideration. Because if they release it in November, they can be considered for the awards.
Interesting. Yeah, can you imagine like a plane, like a smuggling plane, like just dropping like bricks of cocaine like all over your area? And then the bear found them. You know what I mean? Like, or some of them, I should say.
Got the Ray Liotta. We got O'Shea Jackson in it.
Yep.
We got look at that. He's swallowing.
Dude, it's
an entire ass fucking brick.
Yo, I am not gonna lie to you, bro. This movie is gonna win so many awards. This thing looks crazy.
God fucking damn it, dude. Like, this is what Hollywood has become. There's a fucking movie called Cocaine Bear. Like,
and it's gonna be the greatest movie. Watch.
it's like it looks amazing, just like Violent Night was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way this isn't gonna be fucking entertaining as fuck.
Did you see any?
We're gonna watch people get fucking mangled by a bear, dude, on cocaine. Like,
Did you see any? Did you see any Marvel trailers? Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. Indiana Jones.
I saw fucking some Ant-Man shit. Like,
Ant-Man. I'm excited for Ant-Man.
I don't know what
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania. That's coming out next year.
I kind of checked the fuck out on that one. I wasn't even really paying attention.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do, like a Marvel show or something one day. Yeah, but I mean, I mean, Cocaine Bear.
It's so fucking silly, dude. It's still, like, the truth is oftentimes stranger than fiction, right? So like why wouldn't you make a movie called Cocaine Bear when some shit like that actually happened in real life?
Happened.
Yeah, like why would you not? Why would you not?
It's a great story. I'm excited for that movie. That's going to be a great. I mean, when does it? What's the release date for that?
February,
March. I was going to say February, March. I remember it being like sometime early next year.
Man, they need to like, man.
God damn it, dude! Fucking Cocaine Bear, dude. God, fucking. We live in such a fucking stupid world, dude.
we needed this though. We needed Cocaine Bear. Just like when coronavirus happened and we needed Joe Exotic that time.
Yeah.
Just that time, like.
Yeah, you're right. It was just the right time for fucking because everybody needed to like be like, you know what? We don't have it that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember, this is just, I mean, because like we're coming into the winter, elections are going to start popping up now. Cocaine Bear is coming out at the right time for the right people. So I think it's gonna be a little crazy. I mean, like I said, Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out, which I'm very excited for. There was another Marvel trailer that got released recently too. God, I can't even remember. Indiana Jones. They've released a trailer for the Indiana Jones movie, which
I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole.
Listen, they lost me after Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right, like I'm
with so I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, but after Kingdom of the Crystal Skull,
God, yeah,
that ruined it.
One word that just describes every time I see Harrison Ford in any like little snip or clip or picture of like this movie. The only word I can use to describe him is tired. It's like it reminds me of like a couple of the scenes in like The Irishman when they tried to like de-age De Niro, but you can't hide like how he walks. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Listen, the guy did crash a plane.
Just fucking looks tired.
I think the thing with Ford is he's tired of reprising these roles that he's known for by doing so many.
And he's spoken about Han Solo. He wanted to kill off Han Solo in the 70s. Like that was a major thing. He doesn't like reprising characters.
Right. And
I'm ready though.
Because who the fuck twisted his arm to fucking to convince him after Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls that doing another fucking Indiana Jones movie was a good idea?
He doesn't want anybody else to do it.
Oh fuck no, dude! No. Like just it's
over
because
they were gonna actually recast and actually go a totally different route and do more like a young Indiana Jones, where before the first movie, kind of like prequels.
He said no.
Ford told Lucas when Lucas approached Ford about it.
Morning, Jason.
No, I'm going to Indiana Jones is me. I am Indy.
Until I die.
However, this is Harrison Ford has said, and Lucas and Disney have said, this is the last Indiana Jones movie. This is them trying to end that saga. Now,
so are they going to kill him off finally? Because I'm ready for that. I'll watch that one if they're finally going to kill off the character. That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
So here's what I'll do. I'll take the bullet. I'll go see the fucking movie. I'll report back on the podcast my thoughts and a rating.
Okay.
And then based off of that, then y'all can make the decision on whether you're going to go fucking see it. We already know Jay's not going to fucking go see it because it took us fucking 4 weeks to convince him just to download fucking DMZ and Warzone. So,
and he loves it.
I still ish. It's like Here's what I'll do. Here's
we are taking donations for Jay to get the full game. We are taking donations, guys. We are taking them.
You guys are assholes.
So here's what I'm looking forward to though with Harrison Ford. So they've already announced, and I know Jay's standpoint, Marvel movies are overdone. They need to stop doing that shit. But they have casted Harrison Ford to play General Thaddeus Ross.
They did. And I'm actually okay with that.
It has been confirmed that he will become the Red Hulk.
Oh, he's gonna die.
So in the comics, General Ross, Bruce Banner's love interest, eventually treats himself with gamma radiation and becomes what's known as the Red Hulk to try to fight the Hulk.
Well, you know, the only reason why this happened is because John Hurt passed away.
John Hurt passed away, and then they're doing the Thunderbolts movie. You have to have General Ross to do the Thunderbolts properly because General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is the reason the Thunderbolts are a thing.
Yeah, that's true. So before now, we got to get into the next segment here. I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
What is the most expensive thing you have ever wanted for Christmas? I don't even have an answer. I'm not even prepared for this.
I'm not either. That was okay.
So I'll go ahead and answer this one first because I've got a lot of thought process in here. And being the tech enthusiast I am, the computer I ultimately want to build, the PC case is a desk. And components plus the case, when I put it together, it would be roughly about $40K. Not that anybody I know is rich enough to spend $40,000 on a fucking computer desk.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
For me.
I see what you're saying. But all of it together would equate to $40K, and that's like that would be that. I guess those numbers do go up pretty quick, and when you're talking about the latest and greatest in the tech world.
So the thing is with that, the desk has support to build two separate computers in it. So
is there
being a content creator and a streamer,
is there a specific one so I could pull it up?
I would be so it would be materials for me to fabricate the desk myself. I wouldn't buy any of the pre-built because there are companies that make.
Razer,
it up.
Eureka Ergonomic has one. Oh no, Eureka Ergonomic does not have one. They have the light up desk.
Hold on. Give me 1 second here.
I actually have to show you guys something too, and I think it's a perfect time to show this for the show too after we get done with this segment.
So Eureka Ergonomic does have a desk that has the space to build a computer inside the fucking desk. The desk itself from Eureka Ergonomic is $2,400. So, Brandon, here's the thing. Being a streamer and a content creator, these desks have the space to do two separate computers. So it would be two PCs and one desk, one to run my streaming software and all my content creation software, the other one purely for the games and that stuff. So it would be like a media server and editing station plus a gaming station built into one desk. So you're looking two motherboards, the cooling, the fans, the GPUs, the CPUs, all those components all together. And I would go 100% top of the line on both. So overkill technically for the streaming / content creation PC, but I would go top of the line on both. That's where I'm getting about that 40K price point, between 20 to 40K.
Oh, Dylan, I'm about to talk about that in a second. What about you, Jay? Anything in mind? Anything in mind? Expensive Christmas gift?
No, I don't.
One that you know that you'll never get.
I don't.
Machine gun?
No, I'm not. I mean, yeah, maybe it wouldn't be a machine gun though. I mean, but I don't. That's a really hard
It is.
answer because I don't. I don't know. I didn't really. I never really. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. I don't.
Yeah, because like
when I think about the stuff that I've asked for Christmas throughout my life, you know, even in my youth, yeah, I don't know.
was there like a GI Joe set that you really wanted as a kid?
No, not particularly. I'm trying to think like, and usually like my mom and my dad came through. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't even ask for anything. Like, one year, in my early 20s, actually, I was already out of the house. You know what I mean? Like gone. My mom got me a fucking Xbox. That was the original Xbox is sitting right here, like in front of me. My original Xbox. Like, I didn't ask for that, but I was lucky enough and fortunate enough. Like, my mom decided to do something nice that year.
Yeah,
and that, that's kind of like.
I love that. I love that answer though, because like you're happy with the things that you have. You're a simple man.
Yeah,
Pretty easy to please. You know,
Now-
I wish I had more. I wish I had more money to do more for more people. That like in my life at Christmas time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in my 40s and I'm still getting used to like sending out Christmas cards. You know what I mean? Like, I just like my brain doesn't work that way. So like a lot of stuff like falls by the wayside. You know what I mean? So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, so if we're going off of stuff that we've actually got in, I would say once I started going to college, I didn't necessarily ask for it, but my dad and mom for Christmas got me it was back when Apple was still doing the 17-inch MacBook Pros. And they got me the fully loaded model, which was like a $4,000 fucking laptop.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for it, but it was kind of a, hey, we know you've got your own money. You could buy this yourself, because I was, in the military, good credit. I could have got it my damn self using my Best Buy credit card, but they bought it for me because I was going to college. I was doing something with my life. And that was just their way of showing that they were proud of me without me having to ask or necessarily say, hey, this is what I wanted. Because usually for Christmas, all I'd ask for is like new fucking tan undershirts and fucking socks and maybe a brand new pair of combat boots kind of thing.
Right.
Once I went in, because you wear those things
that shit
down
was
so
essential.
fucking quick. And they're fucking...
You don't need much, and if you're a single soldier, if you're living in the barracks, like, you don't have much room for stuff. You don't have room for stuff.
That too, yeah.
So
that is very true.
So it was like Christmas for me as an adult was always that type of shit. As a kid, it was always like game consoles. Like when the Game Boy Color came out, that's what I got. When the Super Nintendo came out, I got one of those. When the 64 came out, I got one of those. Like every year for birthdays and Christmases, it was always gaming related.
Interesting. Yeah, like
even if I didn't necessarily ask for it.
Yeah, like for me when I was a kid, I was always super into like action figures. Like even now, I have like a shit ton of like action figures in my house. Like I'm a collector, and these, like, I remember as a kid, I really, really wanted this GI Joe battleship set. It was huge, I'm telling you. It was a whole battleship. It came with planes, action figures, all the nostalgia. It was made by Hasbro. I found it about a year ago in a shop over here, unopened.
Oh shit!
And it's like $2,000. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And at the time it came out, it was what, $50-$60?
So that's the thing. I've always been like, I've collected like Power Rangers action figures and toys, even growing up. And the one thing that I've always been in the hunt for recently is like the original Zord. The original Mighty Morphin Zord, the Megazord, the Tiger Zord, the Dragon Zord, Titanus, all of those things. Because those are big ticket items. Before the passing of Jason David Frank, I found in a local toy store that does, collectibles and shit. So older toys. They had all of the original Zords, the Tiger Zord, the Dino Megazord, and the fucking Dragon Zord, new in box, still sealed, for like $800 a piece. When we were kids, those things were $70.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
And it's like because the thing is, when I moved after my dad passed away, my mom was cleaning out, the house to get ready to sell it because I was having her move in with me. And before I had a chance to get there, I had all of these action figures. Some I had duplicates of that were still mint on card, new in box type of shit. And she ended up throwing them all in a fucking dumpster.
Oh shit.
Like, if I still had that, I'd be sitting on a fucking gold mine.
Yeah. Yeah, like I have a bunch of my Ninja Turtle stuff. You know it's crazy how like people upsell shit. Like, did you see the new Star Wars Columbia jackets that just released?
Yeah.
And how fast the Ahsoka Tano one sold out, and how fast they fucking doubled the
Scalpers,
price on
dude.
it.
Scalpers.
Dude, the Ahsoka jacket's like easily like $1,800 now. It's crazy.
Which, speaking of scalpers, Newegg implemented a policy this week.
Who?
Newegg,
Okay.
online computer parts store. So because of scalpers buying up stock of all the 4090s and 4080s, and they're not able to fucking sell them because nobody's trying to buy those cards, they've been trying to return them. Newegg is no longer offering refunds because of it.
Oh, well, they're fucked now.
Yep.
They have
So
to
we've
sell
got
those
these
cards.
scalpers sitting on fucking, 30, 40, 50 fucking cards.
And people
They
won't
can't
buy
get
them
their
because they
money
know there's.
back.
Yep.
People aren't going to buy them, because they're overpriced for the specs to begin with. And B, why am I going to pay double for a card that even at fucking MSRP, it's not worth it?
Yeah. This is true.
So, nobody's buying these cards from the scalpers. Nobody's buying them direct.
What's going on, Ben?
So they're trying to get rid of them. And Newegg said, you know what? No, we're not going to take them back.
Oh, and that's on them. That's on them. What's going on, Ben Davies? How you guys doing across the pond? You ready for Christmas? The king ready to spread Christmas cheer across the, the Commonwealth? But one thing, because we gotta get going within the next 15 minutes, because I have to go to a Christmas parade. My daughter's gonna be on a float.
Oh yeah, dude, that sounds fun.
I wanted to. So one of our DD214 leaders, Dickhead, as some of us call him, Midnight Moss, he's a hunter. Are we allowed to show like hunting pictures on here?
Why would you not be able to?
Do
Do whatever the fuck we want here.
I'm just saying, for the faint of heart.
Oh, if you've never seen like a deer like gutted, like
Yeah.
okay.
So this.
We just got deer meat yesterday. Actually, that's funny. Like,
Oh no shit. Yeah. So
one of our neighbors took down a deer, and he had extra meat. Like, he couldn't fit any more meat in his freezer, so he offered it to our little family. So
Yeah. So
Yep,
so
not
there it
for the
is.
faint of heart, people.
Yep. So there it is. This is his second day on the hunt. Second day on the hunt. Finally got a nice one there. Hang on. I got another one here for you.
stop, dude.
We got so then we got another. He put up another picture here with him with the actual deer. No, he's got the actual deer right there, looking good. What is that? 8-point, I think. Weighed in at 175 pounds, field dressed. I blessed my daughter's heart. I FaceTimed her. She's 5. She said, "Don't kill no more reindeer." Oh man, that's a shame. But yeah, man, and then there's the heart. Now okay, so the heart looks solid as hell. Now, what is the heart like the best part or something? Are you a hunter, Squilini?
I don't hunt. I do eat venison. I don't hunt myself, and I've never had deer heart. So, Dickhead, since you're in the chat, He's probably typing.
Yep. We're gonna need your answer, homie. Bro, deer heart with cream of mushroom soup is probably the best thing I've ever ate.
Alrighty. Well, looks like I need to try deer heart then.
I've never had venison. Never had it. What do I expect with that? I'm the pickiest eater in the world.
So it is gamey depending on how it's processed. A lot of the times I just do deer burger or venison burger, and then I'll make chili with it or do venison meatballs for spaghetti.
Venison meatballs.
Because when you do it with chili or like a spaghetti or something of that nature, you're still getting because it's really nutritious.
Yeah.
It's not as fatty. It's actually a lot better for you than a lot of the shit we do put in our bodies. But I feel like, when you're doing a chili or doing it with spaghetti, you're not getting a lot of that gamier taste.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I've never had it before. I would assume I would need like the whole process of it. So I'm assuming that Dylan is literally, he cut it up. You say he's got the heart in the fridge.
He's got the heart in the fridge. The deer's hanging from a tree because you got to bleed it first.
Yeah, which I've actually witnessed on Fort Benning. People would actually bleed the deers on post, and you would see them on posters hanging off the trees. It was crazy to me. No, because I'm a city boy. I've never seen anything like that. I would say is the best part. It all depends on your taste. We'll be making jerky, deer hamburger, and some few other odds and ends. I will say you'll know it's deer.
So that's the other thing. Is deer venison sausage. So I'll do biscuits and gravy with venison sausage.
Okay. Then skin it. Cut the meat off. Do you sell the fur? Like some Oregon Trail shit? That's what, because I've been playing a lot of Oregon Trail lately. Deer jerky is the best. I've never had anything deer before. I will take pictures to show you the process. Hey, let it be a DD214 hunting instructional video. Let people know how to do, because I'm curious, and so I'm just curious of what you do with the fur, what you do with the skin. You just toss it, you sell it, because I'm pretty sure, with things like that, after you hunt, you would want to sell the fur if you're not going to use it, right? Would you agree, Jay?
Make a fucking blanket out of it.
Yep. He says no trash it, but I may get this one mounted for my game room. Oh, interesting. So, have you ever hunted before, Jay?
I've scouted. I've never hunted, but I've scouted.
What's scouting? I'm unfamiliar
scouting
with that.
Basically hunting without a fucking rifle. It's like getting close enough to them, finding out where they fucking are, and then I've hunted humans. So whatever, right? Fucking.
Well, it was part of the job description, wasn't it?
I believe so. So
yeah,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So
yeah, no, I mean I've done a lot of scouting. The only hunting I've done is boar.
Yeah, and Dylan Mason talks about coyote hunting, and actually, I've been very intrigued with coyote hunting for a long time, and I just have never had the chance to do it because they're basically vermin now. You know what I mean? Because they've migrated and they've taken over the entire continental United States. You know what I mean? Like north, south, east, and west. Like,
so people don't bat an eye when you hunt them, then?
No, not at all. And like for me, it's intriguing because if you use like an M4, like the standard issue, NATO 5.56, weapon, basically like coyote hunting is how you get really good with that weapon because they, small moving targets. That's your bread and butter if you want to get good behind the trigger.
Interesting.
So yeah,
that's okay. That's an interesting perspective. I would love to do coyote hunting.
I mean, well, and that's the thing is like in almost every state in the union, like nobody gives a fuck how many fucking coyotes you kill because they're
everywhere.
They're everywhere and they've infested places they don't.
Yep.
I didn't know until I got in the Army that there were fucking coyotes outside of like Arizona and parts of California, New Mexico, and Nevada. I didn't know coyotes had fucking. I had a buddy from fucking Maine, and he said they have a coyote problem up there. I'm like, fucking Maine? How the fuck did they get to Maine? You know what I mean? Like, how many generations of like,
coyote are there?
Did it take a pack of coyotes to migrate to Maine? You know what I mean? Like so yeah, coyotes are bad pretty much everywhere. So,
I feel like hunting is such like a holiday thing too. Like, you do a lot of like close bonding hunting with your families during the holidays.
Sure.
Because you get some of that natural meat, you get to process it yourself and stuff like that.
Right.
Dylan says coyote hunting is a blast, bro. That's what I use my M4 for.
Yes.
Plus some people say pay $75 per coat. That's interesting. So I'm assuming that you would have, you skin them, but you got to clean all the inside of it so that, get it to sell because they're not going to do it for you.
There's a if you ever pick up like a Ranger handbook or like any survival handbook that's been in print, they will show you with basic and rudimentary diagrams like how to cut open an animal that you've killed and how to harvest the parts that you need basically, and also how to skin. And but if you've never done it before, it's probably going to take you a couple times.
Yeah.
But it does show you kind of like what you need to do. Like when a deer hangs upside down, you cut it from its booty hole, up to its neck, basically. I mean, from
its balloon knot.
Yeah, and then and then you get your little dump, you get your little fucking big dump of internal organs and shit.
Yeah, and
then you go in there and you can pull out some and fucking start skinning and quarter it if you're gonna quarter it, shit like that. Like there's that's what you butcher it. And if you shoot like an 800-pound elk and you're on foot, right? How else are you gonna fucking get it back? Or do you have a fucking ATV or you got some homies? You gotta chop it up out there, dude. You gotta chop it up out there. Like,
yeah,
it's very common. Like you gotta chop it up out there, and you gotta get it out quick because then you've got animals like Cocaine Bear, that will come in. They'll smell all the fucking organs that got dumped and fucking
run right to it.
They'll go, yeah. It'll attract fucking predators. So you have to be quick too. You gotta be Johnny on the fucking spot if you're out in the middle of nowhere with a big ass animal. I've had a lot of friends that have done a lot of hunting over the years. Just because I've never done it doesn't mean, I haven't heard the stories. You know what I mean? Like trying to hump a fucking 800-pound fucking animal out of like you're 3 miles in like just really shitty fucking brush and fucking trees. Like
weather constitutes as well.
Yeah. All just like worst case scenarios where you finally got your dream fucking animal and you put it down, and now how the fuck are you gonna get it out? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, fucking, it's
got to be prepared. But yeah, guys, now we're coming to the end. I just want to say we got some things coming up. I am working on the best of. So Squilini, Jay, Jason, Dylan, if you guys watch back at the episodes, if there's stuff that I missed, please send it to me so that I could cut it. I've got like 3 minutes right now cut together. I want to try to make it at least an hour, maybe 45 minutes. But I mean, look, we're in our 4th season. We're in December. It's the Christmas time. I couldn't be more happier to be where we are. But before we end, and before I get to the final thought, we need to give a huge shout out to every single person who has listened to the DD214 Gaming Podcast this year. We're talking about this year, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just this year. I'm about to pull it up right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. 442% uptick of listeners this year alone. 442%.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay? We have acquired 5 countries this year. 5 more countries this year. Okay? 4,000 minutes. 4,000 minutes of content Now
There
the
you go.
43 episodes, I think it's a little off because we're almost at episode 100. So I think it's counting some of the newer episodes, like our video episodes. But
Oh, I see.
guys, I mean, oh, there we go.
It's probably just counting this year, John.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So our top episode was Groundhog Week with Justin Lutz. Our fans are devotees, and when fans love your podcast, they really love it. They're quick to support new releases and play their favorite episodes over and over. So whatever episodes you guys are liking, thank you. Now this is probably the chart right here, okay? 50 plus hours, 123% streams, 145% in followers. Okay, guys, this shows us that you like what's happening and we have more for you, because this special announcement now, I'm going to say it, we're working out the kinks. We're going to be coming out with a new show. Okay? Now what the show is, it is this show that you're watching right now, except it's going to be called DD214 Gaming Live. And then on top of that, we will have a pre-recorded podcast. So while we work out the kinks for that, just stay tuned, because that's not happening till after episode 100. So we're looking around the February-March timeframe. So we have enough time to work out the kinks. Guys, thank you so fucking much. I could not be any more proud of the community that we have built. I could not be more happier of the content that we've been able to come out consistently every single week for the last, 2 years? 2-3 years now, Jay?
Yep. It's been, been about 2.5 years, so.
We got it. And just those numbers alone, just those numbers alone prove to me, prove to the homies that you're here to stay. So, you guys know the story. You guys know about the reboot we had to do. So thank you for sticking around. Seriously. Now, a final thought. It's going to be pretty simple, all right, guys? Answer your fucking phones. If you're in trouble and someone is fucking reaching out to you because we know that you need the help, answer your fucking phone. Talk to somebody. This isn't going to be a calm, like, hey, answer. No, answer your fucking phone. Fucking pick up your phone and call somebody else, okay? You can, too many lives get lost every single day, and for some odd reason, the holidays God seems to be doing His work. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Everyone has their time, but at the same time, answer your fucking phone, because if it's not your time and you still have time to go, there's people out there that love you and want to talk to you. Answer your fucking phone, okay? That number is star 988 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-TALK. It is too easy, okay? You could Google the hotline, okay?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hit that button again.
Don't let your dreams be dreamed. Do it.
Okay, guys?
Do it.
You are loved.
Just
and you are worth it. Okay? You are loved and you are worth it.
Yesterday,
don't give up on yourselves, because we never give up on you, ladies and gentlemen. Just fucking do it.
I'm true.
Just fucking do it. All right, guys? I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. I'm not trying to be aggressive, but guys, come on. It's getting crazy out there, all right? Answer your phones. In 168 hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. I better see you guys in another 168 hours. Not 162, because I'm not having G Fuel this week. 168 hours. I better see every single one of you here while we celebrate Christmas. Next week, we're going to figure out what next. You want to do a Christmas game next week? You want to do a Christmas game next week?
I would love to.
We were going to do a Christmas game next week, and you guys could come and play too. So, guys, we love you. Drink water. Hug each other.
Don't do cocaine.
Wait. Dry scoops.
Oh, here goes Joe with a fucking dry scoop.
You know, we had a lot. We had a lot of lessons today. A lot of lessons.
This is gonna be Joe's second heart attack of the day right here.
This is today's lessons, guys. 1 G Fuel scoop, no cocaine, and hug each other. Hug each other. That's it. You feel good? You feel good? Because that heart's about to bump. Yep.
Just do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
see you in 168 hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Just do it. Make your dreams come true.
Where is the... Oh, there it is.
And so this is Krampus, comes out of the blue, and for no good reason, it's hunting down you. And so this is Krampus, I hope you have fun, hearing jingle bells as he rips out your lungs. Have a very merry Krampus if you're close to where you win. He'll lead up your ammo, your point street